Welcome to day 18 of your first 90 days as CTO. Today we're going to do something similar to yesterday. So yesterday we looked at what your team has to prove. We looked at all the power holders who are closely monitoring your team, and we looked at what they expect, so how they are judging the performance of your team. And we looked at several different dimensions, several different judgments that you could receive from your power holders, which might not be the ones that you have in mind when you are motivating your team for top performance. But that only covers the team. Today, we're going to look at what these power holders expect from you. Because these same power holders are also closely monitoring your performance as CTO. And it's very important that you find out who is watching you, which power holders are looking at you, and what do they expect to see, and by when. Now again, we have these three time spans. We have the immediate future, which is the next 60 days. We have the near-term future, which is the 2 to 5 months out. And we have the first year, which is basically everything from 6 months out to 12 months out. And you're going to have to prove yourself to your power holders in these three different time spans. So again, make a spreadsheet, write down your power holders in the first column, make 3 columns for the different time spans, and write down what these power holders expect from you. And it will probably be one of these 3 things. It will probably be these 3 things. It will be clarity. Power holders will expect you to have a clear picture of what you want to achieve and by when. They want you to understand their industry. They want you to be fully up to speed on how the organization is run, how the organization excels within the industry, and what strategies the organization is going to follow in the next 1 to 5 years to improve even further. So they want you to be completely up to speed. So to make those power holders happy in the immediate future, the best thing you can do is demonstrate that you have a very clear vision. So learn as much as you can from as many people as you can in the organization, and then formulate your goals, formulate your strategy, and communicate your strategy to your power holders. And even if you're on the wrong track, your power holders will appreciate that you have a clear vision and that you're pursuing a clear vision and that you understand the industry. For the near-term future, the power holders will probably judge you by your competence. So as CTO, you're responsible for running your team. You're responsible for turning your team into a well-oiled machine that can efficiently produce deliverables week after week. So in the near-term future, 2 to 5 months out, your power holders are going to be looking at your performance. They're going to be looking at how you run your team and how your deliverables live up to the planning. So are you able to run an agile team? Are you able to produce deliverables at the end of every 2-week sprint? And are those deliverables covering more and more and more functionality that is making the customer happy? The power holders will be looking for basic CTO job performance, job competence in a nutshell. So by doing your job perfectly, or by doing an outstanding job, you will impress those power holders. So that's your responsibility for the near-term future, 2 to 5 months out, counting from the start. Finally, the first year. Power holders are going to judge you on the first year of your performance. And what they're probably going to look at is your capability for self-improvement. Because during your job interview, the people who interviewed you have become aware of your weaknesses. You have weaknesses, everybody has weaknesses, and you can't really hide them. When you are interviewing for a high-level job like CTO, people clearly see your weaknesses, and you got hired, so that means that people decided that those weaknesses were not an impediment to hire you, but they could be an impediment to do the job well in the long term. So what these power holders want to see is that you are aware of your own weaknesses and that you have a comprehensive plan to tackle them. So basically you are committing to continuous self-improvement, and you want this self-improvement to become apparent at the end of your first year. So we have later in this course, we have a number of exercises where you will be actively working on yourself, becoming aware of your weaknesses, of your weak spots, and formulating strategies to improve in those areas. And by doing that, you will send a very clear signal to your power holders that you are tackling your weaknesses, you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself, and this will set them at ease. This will actually impress them a lot. So by focusing on these three things, on clarity of vision, on competence of role, and on self-improvement, you will impress your power holders in the immediate future, the near-term future, and in your first year.